my husband is the main proprietor. My husband is the main reason why I don't really agree with the whole technology thing, because he is an artist and he likes the fact that kids should be creative, they should be coloring, they should be doing this and that, they should be using their imagination with toys. And he feels like, you're taking away the imagination and creativity of a kid when you're putting, like, a computer in front of them, essentially, and having them just do a program over and over and over and over, instead of letting them be a kid, he says. So, which I kind of agree with. I mean, from a learning standpoint, I think that an iPad is good, but when that's all that your kid's on, no. But this all started when I was talking about driving in a car and talking on the phone. So it's kind of like it goes hand in hand. Like, I could talk on a phone. I could, have a headset and not look like I'm crazy talking to myself in the car, or I could, but then I'd have to answer the phone. So if I don't have a headset and just look crazy, then I don't have to answer the phone while I'm driving. I don't know which one I'd want to do. So, but the other thing that's been happening lately is the holidays, so driving is crazy. There's been so many accidents in our town, like around the shopping area, so like by Walmart, I just said DeKalb, because it's the town, by Target, by Walmart, all those places. There was a huge car accident in front of a grocery store the other day. I don't really know what happened. I got there like a couple seconds beforehand, or after, I guess, the fact. If I had been there a couple seconds earlier, I actually would have saw it happen, is more, I think, what I was trying to say. But it's crazy the amount, and it hasn't been snowing here at all. Like, this is December 22nd while I'm filming this, and we've gotten snow, but it was in November. We haven't gotten, like, any snow in December here, which is crazy. I mean, like, last year, I think we got a little bit of snow, but, like, it's, like, the 40s here right now, and I don't know what's going on. It's, like, I think in California, they're actually getting colder than we are at some points, or I guess in certain parts of California. So it's a really weird winter here in the Midwest. But, so yeah, it hasn't been any ice or snow. I mean, all the accidents that have been happening have been just people driving recklessly, and I'm that person that will talk to the car next to me when, they kind of, turn. Like today, I was driving, to Target. Actually, it was more just to the Target parking lot where Starbucks is, because I had a Starbucks gift card. And I'm driving, and this guy pulls out, and I'm thinking, okay, he's, going into the lane next to me, that's fine. But then he, like, keeps going, and I'm like, hi, what you doing? Like, do you want to get in my lane? Like, what do you want to do, bud? And, like, so he's like, he got in the lane next to me, he's like, okay, we're cool, like, you're not getting in my lane. But then, like, he's still kind of coming over, and I'm like, can you give me, like, a signal? Like, there is a beacon on your car that flashes, that whole thing, to get over into my lane. Can you just do that for me so I know if you want to get in my lane? And he's still just, like, driving, and I'm sitting there like, okay, are you coming over into my lane, or, like, what are you doing? Because you're, like, crossing the line there, buddy. And so I'm, like, slowing down. He's looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, are you wanting to get in my lane? And he looks like he's going over now. I'm like, okay, signal, are you coming over? And then, like, I'm slowing down, the people behind me are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, this guy wants to get in the lane. And I'm like, and then he speeds up and keeps going. I'm like, okay, I guess he didn't want to get in my lane. But it's just, people in my neighborhood are really bad drivers. So it's like they're kind of coming into your lane when they turn from somewhere, but, like, it's really bad driving right now. And I'm blaming the holidays for that, because they just want, like, everyone's in a rush. My husband works at a grocery store. He does all the sign work for it, so, like, he does all, like, not the advertising, I guess, because he's not in advertising, but, like, let's say the store's having a huge sale on something, he'll do a big chalkboard sign of it. And so he's really busy at work, not even doing signs right now, because they're so crazy busy that they're having them come up and back and do carts. today I saw him at the grocery store. He was cleaning. They're like, just having him do all this stuff that's not really in his job description, but it's the holidays, so it's so busy, so they need all the extra help they can get. And I'm so glad that, like, when I worked at that same grocery store, I worked in an outer department that only handled, like, sandwiches. So I got busy doing catering, but I didn't have to go do anything else. But yeah, so crazy drivers, kind of just like a weird, silly rant talking about that. So, I hope you guys are all safe out there, all safe while you're driving, and have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to close out this vlog, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay, I will see you all later.